Managing and adding new clients in Lightning is pretty straightforward. You can add a new client by either clicking on the Add New button at the top left of the clients list or using the plus sign at the top right of the Lightning screen and clicking on Client. Once on the new client page, there are two required fields, the client name and the managing office. I'm going to leave the managing office as I have it. It's always helpful to put in a primary contact and address information as you already have it. And then I can copy the shipping address down to the invoice address. After this, I will save the client. There are two options when saving a new client. You can either save as a client or save as a lead. This will help in your client lead list to differentiate between who's a client and who's a lead. I'm going to save HQ events as a client. Once I save this client, there are a couple of additional things that I'm able to do. One, you can see that the contact info and the address info that I provided upon initial setup of this client are now saved in this card view here. Any edits that need to be made can be done by clicking the edit pencil on any of these cards. In addition, you can add multiple addresses and multiple contacts to any client. By clicking on the address tab at the top, I can add a new address if this is a multi-location client. I can also click on contacts and add multiple contacts here that I work with for this client. Click on add new and create new contacts as you start to work with more people. I'm going to take an existing client that we have, Houston Rockets, and show you how a multi-contact setup would look. I have all the primary info here. Any additional details that I need to fill out, I can do so through the financial details tab, holds, commission structures, files, documents, any additional info that we might need. Addresses here, you have the ability to add multiple addresses. And then for contacts, this is how multiple contacts would look within a single client. Next step is that we're going to add this client to a job. Going back to the plus sign up at the top right of any Lightning screen, I'll click on the plus and then go down to job. Adding a client to the job, we come down to where it says client, and then we click on the magnifying glass and search for that client name. I'm going to use the Houston Rockets example. As you can see, for Houston Rockets, there are several points of contact here. Some of them are blank if they were not saved with the first and the last name. And I can set up a job with not just this client, but any specific contact and their specific information within that client. I select this client by using the plus sign on the left-hand side, and this will then add this client info, Houston Rockets, and the contact to this job. As you can see, the client addresses pull in, and any of their financial details or additional settings that were saved for this client are pulled into this job. For any additional help on how to set up or manage clients in Lightning, please reach out to our team. Please also feel free to use the documentation, which is found on any page in Lightning by going to the question mark at the top right, clicking on documentation, and this will allow you to review all of the information that we have available on any given page.